And I'm unmuted. We're live. Welcome everyone for joining another Supliful Ask Me Anything session. It's been a while since I've been live talking to all of you that are building their brands, their businesses on top of Supliful. So as always, a bit stressed, bit focused and ready. There's a lot of ground to cover today, and as well as we're happy to go regularly live in these sessions to make sure that we stay accountable, to make sure that all of the businesses are informed about what we plan to do, what we achieved also previously. So welcome everyone. And yeah, so it's going to take about 30 to 45 minutes today, and we're gonna cover mostly talking about what we accomplished in 2024, as well as recapping really what we promised to deliver in Q4 and what we were able to really do for all of you. So go through the product pipeline, as well as I'm going to share in detail our plan for this quarter that has already started. So for January, February, and March, what we plan to do product-wise. And then last but not least, and probably most importantly, answer to all of your questions that have been submitted before this live stream. So I have almost 50 different questions that have been submitted. I have categorized those questions into categories. So it might be that I'm not responding all of the questions directly, but it would be aligned to that category or aspect. So okay, I hope you all are ready, and let's dive into recapping what we accomplished in 2024. So yeah, 2024 kind of is in the books, and it was a crazy year. We had a lot of breaking changes in the Supliful ecosystem, as well as a lot of processes broke internally. But look, Supliful's been in the market for just 3 years, and already we have helped thousands of businesses, thousands of business owners like you make more than 25 million in revenue. And that type of growth in such short time, of course, introduces breaking changes in the system. So it's overall an amazing achievement, and I can only thank all of you for your creativity and ability to build the brands on top of Supliful, because if you are successful, then we are successful, and that's what we are all about in Supliful. And then talking about products specifically, what we were able to launch and introduce in 2024. So we introduced more than 110 new products in the on-demand product catalog, unlocking 2 new categories, skincare and pet care products. And that means that we actually doubled our offering from 2023. So it's no small feat for this is no small feat for the size of the team that we are here at Supliful. And at the same time, we were also able to showcase more of our manufacturer network capabilities by introducing more than 100 pre-buy product catalogs that you can easily access from the Supliful platform. But of course, it takes certain MOQ that you need to meet in order to buy these products. In terms of fulfillment, and in terms of making sure that all these products actually are produced, packed, and shipped to your end customers, we made a significant leaps forward in our operations in 2024. So if some of you remember that I held this AMA session last year from our new warehouse in Denver, where our operation was in total turmoil. There was delays in shipments. There were out of stocks for multiple products. But that move to that bigger facility allowed us to really stabilize the situation, make sure that our fulfillment is timely, and currently it stands at 2.3 days throughout the last year. And we have minimized really the stockout situations on our platform as well. And all these aspects have really improved our service capabilities. And the most importantly, we developed a production partner network spread across the US by adding 5 high quality producers, allowing us really to offer you more on-demand products in the catalog. And in 2024, we shipped out 500,000 items across our Denver facility and our production partner facilities. So that is twice as much items than what we did in 2024. Now, for you to be able to stay competitive in the market, build successful businesses that can be launched super fast, you can respond quickly to market trends. We implemented tons of features on the Supliful platform that allows you to sell more products, get better discounts. So, for example, we introduced automated volume discounts. We introduced direct integration with TikTok as another sales channel. We improved the Shopify app installation flow, as well as we introduced currency conversion on the Supliful platform, so your data is more consistent. Also, closer to the end of the year, we launched a long-awaited feature for your Shopify stores where we push out of stock notifications directly to your stores. It means that if a product goes out of stock on Supliful, then if you are allowed that feature, we can directly then or automatically put the product out of stock on your stores. So that's a really good feature, and we will continue to improve on our product offering as we move forward throughout this year and beyond. At the same time, we were able to launch multitude of resources for you guys to increase your sales, like Supliful Roadmap. We improved our digital services packages, and also we introduced the branded customer support service so that you don't need to spend time on the tickets that are coming in from your customers about the products. It's actually us taking care of that, so you can focus on what you do best, which is building iconic brands and making sure these products are introduced in the market. So these are just kind of the biggest highlights of 2024 and what we were able to achieve. But there are many, many little details that our team is working on a daily basis to ensure that the Supliful infrastructure is stable, that it is compliant to regulation, and that we are really able to support all of you in a productive and efficient manner. So again, it's kind of on this call, I want to thank all of you for building your businesses on top of our platform, the ones that have already joined, the ones that are joining, because this is really why we are creating this business, and this is why we are tirelessly working on a day-to-day basis. And really, we continue to be committed to our mission as we want to empower more and more entrepreneurs to build thriving CPG brands so that through seamless access to sustainable sourcing, production, distribution, so that more safe products, healthy products, and eventually ecological products are introduced in the market to consumers. So really, really thank you to all of you that are building your businesses with Supliful. Now, that's been kind of a quick recap of what we were able to achieve in 2024. When it comes to our specific activities for the fourth quarter of the last year, our main focus was really to devote about 70%, even to 80% of our resources to ensuring that the operations are stable, the fulfillment is stable. So as I said, in last quarter, in quarter four, we our fulfillment time was around 56 hours, and we just had 3 out of stock situations. So very, very solid result. And our growth was amazing. I think in Q4, more than 2 million in 3 months were generated by brands that are building on top of Supliful. So that being said, we committed to a lot of activities and initiatives that would improve the product offering from Supliful side, but we were, I would say, slightly overwhelmed with what we need to do. So we set out to in Q4 we set out to do 5 main things beyond just supporting the infrastructure. So number one was that we wanted to launch the new product catalog design. Unfortunately, this is not something that we were able to deliver. What we did, though, we launched a new homepage and landing page, so it's more easier to discover the services that we are offering. The product catalog redesign is in the works, and we are confident that this is one of the main projects that we're gonna finish in this quarter. Second, what we wanted to do is that we wanted to introduce Fulfilled by Amazon order flow and new order flow for manual orders. That is another initiative that got delayed just because of our resources and our focus on really ensuring that the existing operation is stable. But again, this is a second priority for our Q1, and there's already about 70 to 80% of that process done. So we are very confident that this will be delivered in Q1 of 2025. Third initiative that we wanted to achieve by the end of last year was improved product pricing. We initiated the process, we evaluated the prices, and there's a lot of positive news in terms of there's going to be improvements in our product pricing. However, we have made a really strategic decision not to constantly move around with pricing, but to really do it once per year. And we are going to be updating all of our product prices in June of this year, so that there's less disruption in your businesses. Fourth initiative was that we're going to introduce more help center articles with videos. This is what we were able to achieve. And we wanted to also launch 3 new digital services in the last quarter. We were able to launch the branding digital service. Other services are still coming in this quarter. Okay, I see that there's already a couple of questions coming in from Instagram and also from YouTube, but I will quickly finish this section before I start the Q1 plan. So yeah, besides these activities I mentioned, so we did the Shopify out of stock update, we launched the branded customer support service, and we updated our landing page, which I already mentioned. And we introduced TikTok shipping in our offering. So before it was fulfilled by merchant, we also have now the TikTok shipping capability through our fulfillment facility. So this is what we were really able to achieve in Q4. Again, not all the initiatives that we planned were completed, but I stay confident that these that are transitioning over to this quarter will be done. All right, I see that there's more questions that has been submitted already in Slido around shipping times, around shipments to LATAM. Smell is asking, what would you say was the hardest challenge to overcome in the Q4? I think it's throughout the year. The biggest challenge was really staying focused, understanding on what priorities we need to work on, ensure the resources are allocated on the right activities. At the same time, managing all the internal processes, because our team doubled from 25 people at the beginning of last year to to 50 people at the end of the last year. So that type of scale and amount of team members that are joining Supliful introduces some breaking changes internally. And then if there are internal challenges, of course, that also impacts the output that we can really produce externally to all of you. And yeah, thanks everyone for the kind words. It's great to hear that we are really able to help you build businesses on Supliful. All right. And yes, you can't hear me for some reason. I hope others can hear me. We are recording this session. And I see that my mic is also working. So please let me know if that's just for Ricard the challenge or other ones also don't hear me. Can you hear me? Okay. I will continue and I'll see in the chat whether you're able to hear me. I'll check. I'll have some messages. All right. Let me continue. And these, yes, will be published on YouTube and TikTok as well. All right. So that's on the Q4 2024. I will cover a lot of these questions. Sound is good. Thanks. That's great to hear. Then looking into this first quarter. So as I mentioned, a lot of focus on operations on the last quarter. Still, we have a lot of resources. About 60% on a day-to-day basis is being really and by resources, I mean the team member time and where they put their work is really being allocated to ensuring that the existing operation works seamlessly and we can deliver on our promise. But nevertheless, so a couple of things that we will do in Q1 of this year that will directly impact you as a brand builders, not just only the backend infrastructure, but really how you operate and use Supliful. So one is that we're going to have the improved product catalog launched, expected to be really launched by the end of March. And potentially we will also not just update the catalog, but even improve the product pages so it's more easier to discover the products, and you get better mock-ups and you get better descriptions, etc., etc., etc. Second, also transitioning from Q4 is the Amazon bulk order and sample order flow, which will be much easier. A long-awaited feature that we're working on is user notification system. So we internally in the profile of your Supliful account, you will get notifications on some changes, on some out of stocks. So this is another business-facing feature that we will be implementing this quarter. Fourth is that we are looking to really integrate with another production partner in the US. So this means we will be introducing more products. Our focus on this quarter is really on introducing products in the body image category. So this is where we're going to be kind of focusing our product portfolio for this quarter. And last but not least, we will look into improving the costs for domestic shipping. So we're seeing a lot of volume going through Supliful, and I think we are getting better rates. So we will transition these gains to you guys so that you can get more competitive shipping prices and also improve on your margins. So yeah, beside these core initiatives, there are still a lot of smaller updates, more digital services, as I mentioned, product mock-ups. Again, these little things that will just contribute to our mission of empowering businesses like yours, to build and scale successful brands using the Supliful infrastructure and building in the fast-moving consumer goods space. But if we look at more like a broader roadmap for 2025 and what we really want to build for you guys, there are a couple of things. We don't expect this year to significantly increase the amount of team members. Our objective for the company is really to make sure that we have a sustainable operation, that we can add more and more businesses like yours on top of Supliful, and then going out of that, we would see what our resources are and what we can really implement in this year. So there are 7 main aspects that we want to build in 2025, and they will go in priority and probably implementation order as I go through them, because that's kind of how we have seen them as both from the ease of implementation perspective, as well as what it could help us to gain for our business. So a lot of questions around international shipping. So one of the top priorities or initiatives that we will do either this quarter or most likely next quarter, we will improve on the shipping prices for international deliveries. And this will mostly affect UK, Australia, and Canada, because those are the markets where we see most of our orders are going currently. But still, I want to emphasize that we really encourage people to build businesses in the US market, because this is where the service works the best. So this is what I really urge you to do. Next, we're going to introduce product bundles feature. It means that you'd be able to bundle your products as one SKU on the Supliful platform, and then push that as a one product on your Shopify store. This feature has been sitting on our product roadmap for a long time, but this is something that we have committed to really do this year. Third is product variants. It means that currently when you log into Supliful catalog, you see, for example, multiple flavors of protein. So we will change our SKU logic, we will change our product logic, and it will be actually protein. And then once you enter the product page for that protein, you would be able to select a variant like a vanilla, chocolate, salty caramel, or whatever the product variant is. Fourth, there's been also a lot of questions around other platforms, around other direct integrations with Wix, with WooCommerce that we removed, even direct integration with custom web stores. So we will build an API access to Supliful platform. It would mean that if you have software engineers on your team, you'd be able to take a look at our documentation, fetch orders send orders, and at the same time also fetch orders from Supliful and do it in any kind of setting. Either it's an app or a website or a WooCommerce store or a custom built store. So this is a really feature that we're looking forward to implement. Fifth is we're going to be significantly improving the client homepage, meaning that you will have better analytics on your homepage. You'll get like status updates. You'll get next activities. So it will be a place where you would be able to return and see your progress in terms of how you're building your brand, or you're launching already a new product SKU or a new product type on your existing e-commerce store. Sixth is we'll be looking to introduce AI label design verification solution, so that you don't need to wait for up to 24 or 48 hours for label verification. It will be done in multiple steps. There will be first AI test whether this is compliant to FDA regulations, and if it is, there's going to be a quick human check as well. So really improving the process on that end. And a feature that I'm probably most excited about because that introduces a next stage of supplement development. So not supplement, but Supliful development. It's what we call internally product design tool. So basically, I've been talking about this for many months before. But basically, the vision is that you'd come to Supliful instead of picking a product, you'd actually pick the packaging, pick the ingredients, pick the shape, the color of the product that you want to build. Either it's a skincare or supplement product or a pet care product, and we will output for you the minimum order quantities and the lead times. So this is the first step of us moving towards just-in-time manufacturing for fast-moving consumer goods products. And imagine this tool would already limit all the headache of sourcing the right partner, exchanging emails, getting the price, understanding the details. So really, this calculator will reduce your time to market by a month or two, just spending the research, So I'm really excited about this one. This is on the really bottom. It's a really complex situation. There's a lot of data that goes into this tool. We will be shaping this probably in the first 2 quarters this year, then look towards implementation in third quarter, and most likely, if things go as planned, we'll be able to launch it by the end of this year. So if you ask me what is the most exciting feature this year, I would say it's building out this, I would say, first step towards just-in-time manufactured fast-moving consumer goods product design tool. So yeah, that's kind of our roadmap, our broader roadmap for 2025 and what we want to achieve with the team. All right, thanks for the wishes. Thanks for the great work. Yep, I need to be thankful to all the team members that are working tirelessly day in and day out. So thanks really to them. I'm just a messenger, kind of conveying all the information here to you guys. All right, the long-awaited Q&A session. We are exactly 30 minutes in the live stream. And I'll start by the questions that have been added to Slido before the meeting. Let me check if there's been. No, there haven't been more questions added. All right, I will pick a couple of questions. So the first question that was the most upvoted one was, it has been 40 days since I first reported the calorie count discrepancy in the Manuka honey coffee. Despite over 10 follow-ups, the issue remains unresolved. First, it's not nice from our side to really take this 40 days and you need to be frustrated of constant follow-up and us still not delivering. I definitely apologize on behalf of our team. We really have done it today, so we have fixed that calorie count issue. I hope that the person submitted this question sees it. But in all honesty and transparency, coffee products are super slow moving on Supliful platform, and resource game has been something that I've been talking about talking about a lot, and we just pick things where we need to focus. But nevertheless, there's no excuses. We should have done it much faster. So I hope things are now fixed. Okay, then I will open my notes back. Okay, so there were a couple of categories of questions, and if I still have time, we have about 15 to 20 minutes left. If I still have time, I will go through the questions that you submitted either on YouTube or on Instagram there. So I'll go through those as well. So there's main categories are so business launch, questions related to products, shipping and expansion, partnerships and integrations, tech customization, and just general business questions. So yeah, I'll start with shipping and expansion. That's been the biggest question, I would say. So I asked our team to really look at the data, and for the past couple of months, we are seeing that delivery times are within 3 to 5 business days, and our fulfillment time is around 2.5 business days. So really, these comments or these concerns about 14 days shipping, these could be some really edge cases. Secondly, what you really need to take into account that it's the busiest season for USPS, so delays occur, and this is normal during this type of season. And let's say in February, March, the situation stabilizes. But what I want to really also point out that we are experiencing also extreme weather conditions like the LA forest fires, or at the same time, there's significant cold coming now to the south of the US. And all these little things are really affecting the efficiency of the supply chains. So there could be delays, and I think it's normal that you also communicate these type of situations to your consumers, and therefore this is the situation. And our orders to fulfillment has been consistent 5 days. Yeah, so 5 days maybe for smaller brands is longer. Again, you have to understand we are operating about what is it now? I think it's close to, on a month-to-month basis, there are more than 1,500 actively stores that are selling at least one, order. And of course, we are prioritizing some of our like top 10, top 30 customers, and then those are being shipped out, let's say, in like 24 hours. But then, of course, there are some delays on the small ones. So as you really scale on the Supliful platform, you get exposure to better and better treatment. Of course, we want to ensure that this type of service quality is across any businesses, but it's just the reality of the situation, and I can assure that we are just doing our best to make sure that we comply to these delivery times and fulfillment times. Okay, Brand Lion, thanks for the great messages for the custom labels. We continue to improve our digital service offering, and it's great to hear that people really see value in those. All right, then there's a lot of questions around shipments to India, shipments to Spain, European countries, Australia. One comment around, it's embarrassing not to ship worldwide in 2025. Yes, of course, but I mean, there's two reasons for this. Number one is regulation. So regulation and taxation differs from country to country. We haven't really had time to go through each of the country and understand what are the specific requirements for importing these products. Of course, we can put it out there, but the user experience and receiving these products is shit pretty much. So again, I've been emphasizing throughout last year, and now the service seamlessly operates just in the US market. We don't have capacity to really go beyond any any other markets outside of the US. But what I mentioned previously, due to these a lot of requests, we are looking continuously into solutions that will provide streamlined experience um, to the businesses that are building on top of Supliful and want to really sell products in Australia, UK, or continental Europe. So we will try to find solutions, but again, I would strongly suggest to really focus on the US market and build your businesses there. Okay, okay, I will go into product. So this is pretty much answering the shipping questions, the shipping question category. Then there were a couple of questions on business launches, on the business launch, on insurance. So we don't advise any business on taxes. This is all on your end. We don't build out any solutions for you. This is what you need to figure out. In terms of the liability insurance that we are partnering with another other question. Sorry, questions come in and I get confused. Tauhid, I will pick your question, don't worry, just in a sec when I get to product section. Yeah, so we strongly suggest to get liability insurance for your for the products, so that you are protected, because we are carrying product liability insurance. Our manufacturers are carrying product liability insurance, and it's strongly suggested also to use product liability insurance on your business as well. All right, so these, I think, were kind of the questions on the business side. There was another question about whether you need a LLC if your business is registered outside the US. You can have the business registration anywhere, as long as you can process payments through Shopify and everything. All the payments go through, even if you're selling the US market, and then that is totally fine. Then quite upvoted question was around the stock, how we can ensure the stock numbers. So if you are predicting huge marketing budgets, then for example, there are businesses that approach us through the business subscription plan, and they say, hey, we're going to commit 100K in marketing budget, or we plan to do like a viral campaign. They actually jump on a call with us, and we discuss what is their plan, and what are the SKUs that they want to sell, and we ensure that there's enough inventory for these products. Secondly, there's a lot of variables that go into how we make decisions, when to repurchase a stock, when to replicate formulations across manufacturing network. So for us, showing you directly the amount of stock that we are carrying might give you the wrong signals on what you can do and can't do with your marketing strategy. So this has been floated, and probably it's already sitting in a backlog of our product feature pipeline, is to introduce traffic light based system, where it's like red light, you see it's kind of low, yellow it's on normal levels, and green it's solid, like you can push the product. So this is something we're looking to implement as a feature. As I said, it's not currently planned in the pipeline of this year, but it's sitting definitely on our shelf. All right, then quite upvoted question was around product category, and this is around products, and also then I'll pick the question on the printing and the products itself. So the three top products that we see are sold across most brands and have the biggest volumes are ashwagandha, creatine, and fat burners. These are the top three categories. Then you have a lot of questions around specific products, around sourcing items. So we have this service in pipeline that we want to launch, where you'd be able to request directly from our website sourcing service from us, and we would source any type of product for you. We've been doing this sourcing for some larger business accounts, but to be honest, it usually ended up nowhere, and we just spent a lot of time in doing the job, and never kind of materialized that. In terms of just generally how we look at product sourcing in this year, first of all, we will continue to improve on our existing products, take into account your feedback, like improving ingredients, improving the packagings, etc., etc. Also, we're going to be working on more form factors for products, like let's say creatine in a powder form, creatine in a pill form, creatine in a gummy form, basically other delivery methods for the same product. And but most importantly, we are going to be approaching the products or sourcing more strategically and dividing it by quarters. So for example, for most likely for the first 2 quarters, Supliful product sourcing will be focusing on body image products that improve your health, your gut health, your weight, your muscles, etc., etc., your skin. So these kind of products will be mainly introduced. One question around these products was asked around OK capsule, and whether we can implement these type of customizations. So we're actually on the back end working on an integration with them. So there could be some sort of partnership with them this year. We'll see how it goes. Then we've seen, Tauhid, you asked about bad quality on printing labels. So we still continue to spend a lot of time fine-tuning the label types, the ink types. Could be that for some products or labels, the outcome isn't the best. But we continue to improve on that, and expect to also research multi-layer labels this year. But it's not something that we plan to implement, just still be kind of in a research phase. And I want to also remind all of you that you need to like ramp up your business volumes through Supliful. So let's say you start with Supliful, you get to 20 to 30K revenue that you generate for Supliful per month. We would actually help you customize your label. We get you better packaging so that you can have much better branded experience. When you scale further, stage 3, when you generate about close to 100K, 60 to, I would say, even 100K revenue per month for Supliful. So for you, it would be around 200K. We would actually help you. We will actually help you to develop fully custom products for you, custom ingredients, custom packaging, custom labels, and that are only just for your brand, and they won't be even submitted on the Supliful platform. Tohi, I'll take into account your comment around labels. I'll share that with our operations team, and I'll make sure that we improve on that. Yeah, so partnerships and integrations, whether we are going to do a lot of integrations with Wix or Woo or any other online marketplace. So we are going to solve this kind of the other way. We will open up our access. So you'll be able to have API calls, meaning fetch products to your store and send information back to us in an automated manner. So and that's what we are gonna do. Okay, in terms of upgrading the label design creation, that's around the tech already question. So upgrading the label creation software, this is not something that we plan to do. We will improve the mockups and the product lifestyle images. The label creation process, I mean, you can use either Canva or Adobe Illustrator, which is probably the best tool in the world for design. So you can play around with that, and I don't think I don't think that we would be much improving kind of the approach how we're doing it. We might improve the templates, etc., but not really the approach. Okay, then we have a question around products, whether the coffees are organic. It depends on the coffee, but there's a new process for claiming that the product is organic in the US. So that is more complicated. Therefore, we don't recommend you at the moment to claim that the products are organic. All right, couple of questions maybe. I know I might have not answered all of the questions that were submitted through Slido. There were close to 50 questions, but I think covered most of what we are planning to do. I like the last question that was submitted by Jacob. What effect kind of will have the new administration and the new health department management? Or do we have any concerns, proactive actions to make products more healthier or natural? So we are really committed to bringing healthy products to the market. Of course, there are multiple of steps how we want to do it, and we even have a roadmap of really, really nearing that vision and achieving that. But what we are already doing is that we are collecting certificates for all the manufacturers. We're doing site visits. We're making sure that they're compliant for FDA regulations. We are providing you with all the certificates of analysis for the product. Somewhere down the line, we also plan to introduce third-party lab tests so that you can send the batches to specifically test for you. So these are just the very little things that we want to do to ensure that the ingredients that are in the product are of high quality, that you know where the product ingredients are even sourced. And that's even another big part of how we want to make the supply chain transparent. So yeah, that's actually I will not be able to go through all the questions submitted also there in Instagram, here in YouTube. There are a lot of specific questions. Thank you really all for joining and listening in. And just continue to work using Supliful, continue to build your businesses, and I will sure that we will ensure that you are able to become successful, that we add more products to the catalog, that we add more features throughout this year, and yeah, just continue building. And then one housekeeping thing before I sign off today. Last year we were going on these live streams on a weekly basis, but this year we've had learnings through at least, I think, close to 25 sessions, is that a lot of the same questions are coming up, and it's not that useful to do these on a weekly basis. Therefore, we will keep this quarterly format. We might check in with me on another kind of bi-monthly cadence or another live AMA session, and yeah, just so that kind of we keep close in touch with you, that we are all available, that I'm available for you, and that we stay accountable, that we ensure that what we promise on what we want to achieve, we actually deliver. So happy 2025 for everyone. I think it's going to be an exciting year, a year of growth and success. So thanks everyone for joining in, and I'll see you all on the next AMA session. Bye everyone. Bye.